I'm so excited to announce that I'm going to be doing a tarot reading with this beautiful deck, Winged Spirit Tarot. This is cute little crow here, and this is an absolutely beautiful deck. So I just want to do a cute little reading. I'm really excited to share with you, so let's dive in. This is a deck from 1999, so get ready to feel the nostalgia from this cute little crow to you. I'm ready to bring you a message. So let's jump in. Let's fly in. Let's fly away together into this beautiful world of art. If you also didn't know, this is my YouTube channel. It's older, but it's just I've never really found a groove in the YouTube world. So here I am. And okay, this is the first card that spoke to me for the deck, and it's the Lovers. I haven't seen these cards, so this is new to me. It's as new to me as it is to anyone. And isn't it beautiful? I feel like I just want to share this whole deck with the world. The energy of it is just, this is perfect because I feel so much love from this deck. And I can't tell you, like, to tell you in words, it would be like, I wish I could tell you in more art like this. Okay, I actually had to sleep on it. After seeing this card and after like diving into this deck, I actually had to like just take some time to really process what I was feeling. And so I did that. And the first thing that really came to mind when I looked at this card was the fact that the amazing blue winged creature really reminds me of the creator in the painting Creation of Man, creation of Adam, creation of man, where the creator is holding, the creator's holding like his hand out, and then the man is they're both kind of like holding their fingers out towards each other, and there's this little tiny space between them, but that space is, it could be endless in the realm of being disconnected, right? So that connection is so important in that painting. The way that their eyes kind of are looking at each other, and like the force and the will that's behind the creator's eyes as he's reaching out, right? And who knows what is being offered, who knows what's being received. But in this painting, it just really reminds me of that bridge, the gap, right? Bridging the gap. I've seen that painting in person. I've seen that painting in the Vatican, in the Sistine Chapel, on the ceiling with my first daughter in 2017, and I was like heavily pregnant. And it's interesting because it mentions Noah in the book for this card. So my daughter's name is actually Noah, and I was pregnant with her, and so that also really resonated with me, that I chose a male name for my daughter, who has been to the Sistine Chapel. Okay, so the Lovers, Samiasa, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, and Aholabama, Choices of Love. The romantic poet Byron wrote a play inspired by the passage in Genesis, which reads, "And it came to pass that the sons of God saw the daughters of men that they were fair, and took them wives of all which they chose. The angel Samiasa, or Samayasa, is torn between his love of Noah's daughter, Aholabama, and his love of heaven. He symbolizes the choices augured by the lovers. The individual will need to choose between paths that may seem equally compelling. Careful consideration must be given before a decision can be made." So I just love names. If you're anything like me, names just have this power over you. I love when I've given my children like dolls or cats or animals, and I'll say, oh, what are you going to name it? And they'll come up with some name like Salah or Bala, like names that actually exist in some other culture. You know, giving them like a baby from Walmart, and you're like, oh, like, what's your baby's name? And they come up with some crazy name that like only they could think of, but it's probably existent. So language is just so beautiful that way, and I feel like art really is a language. I was so touched when I saw the Sistine Chapel painting. It was like, it really is divine. Art is really just something that, you know, if we didn't have it in this world, what would we be? Where would we be, right? I'm a lover of art. I'm a lover of history. I'm a lover of old, ancient love, really. So I get a really hermit vibe from this card as well, because in the hermit deck, not the hermit deck, what am I talking about? There's probably a hermit deck out there somewhere, I bet, in some parallel universe meant for me. But the hermit in the Rider-Waite tarot that is classically used, that I grew up on, he's very hunched forward, which is kind of like an act of self-love, I think, in the card, just to kind of be more, you know, isolated in a way that's protective, right? In this case, I feel that maybe he's coming out of isolation. He, however you want to identify with it, this particular side of the card, I feel is just kind of like opening. And I think that her energy has this green chakra color that's kind of rising, you know, from the earth, like from the roots. Also her hair with the red chakra energy just completely responding to the sensuality that's going on, and, you know, really representative of like our base energy, our primal kind of root chakra power and energy. Also, his hair really reminds me of snakes and Medusa, so like a very, also very primordial, very like Kundalini energy. And I just love like the anatomy of this card. Just, it's wild, and it just like, it ignites my inspiration. I don't know about you, but art for me, and just a dance kind of vibe too, like his legs just so strong, and like her expression is like so animated and so emotional. But yeah, like the elegance of their hands, everything from, you know, the way that I bet you even that he can even feel his wings. Like, you know, when I think of like angels and higher powers and like deities, I have no space on my phone, so now I'm having to use Messenger to make this video by sending myself videos. But anyways, I was just saying how I feel like these wings have their own senses, and that when love is involved, it really raises your vibration, it raises your consciousness, and it raises the bar for ways to feel and ways to express, ways to sense. Like, it just, everything changes, everything feeling wise, sense wise. Yeah, love is not limited to just our definition of love. Love, I feel, is all encompassing, and it covers a multitude of different realms that you can feel what it is in, and you're creating love, you're expressing love in ways that you don't even know sometimes. And I think the biggest takeaway for me is that if you're anything like me and you've had traumatic experiences in your history or in your background, a lot of the times love is something that you actually end up rejecting. It becomes like something that's like foreign to the body, and so the body says, oh, love, like what? No, like no thanks. And I think that ending that cycle is really important. So I love it so much, and I know you love it. You love it. You love it. You love it. May this card be a blessing to you in all of its beauty, and may love find you and honor you. and may my love find you, and may you be loved. Thank you for watching, and if you want to see more, stay tuned. Thank you so much for being a part of my first reading with my new deck by David Sexton, the Winged Spirit Tarot. I loved reading to you about the lovers, and I'm still vibing on this card. And this deck is like so sacred to me, and I've been doing tarot for like almost 30 years now, 3 decades, and it's a very personal art and medium that I think is definitely rising again and making a comeback. If you feel this message resonated with you, or if something came through for you that was really important, I'm so happy for you, and feel free to leave anything on the comments that you feel is pertinent, and I will see you in the next reading, probably with this deck, but if not this deck, then maybe a new deck that I fall in love with. Thank you so much for me and the lovers and the stars and your guides, and have a wonderful moment.